bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am unbothered. I got it.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A run here for J.D. McKissic. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. On 2nd and 11 now. Powell, open man is Arcega-Whiteside. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it out, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Powell throwing on first down here. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Powell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. If he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. A carry now for McKissick. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Joey Sly onto the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go play action here. Mond. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. J.D. McKissick with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mond going to throw it. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Mond. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here's Mond. They're going for it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jamin Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future as they start to peer. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mond. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the he tries to force it in and it's intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mond looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To try again after the sack. Mond. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
On the ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Mond. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Commanders 14.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second down throw for Howell. And he comes back with one complete. Finding room at midfield. There he goes again. Inside the 10. Touchdown. J.D. McKissic on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Here we go.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got decent.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Howell, he'll look to throw it.
That escapes the sack.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
And this returnable for Hill. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus? How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go.
On 4th down, Mond.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First down, Howell to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. On first down, Howell completes this to J.D. McKissick out of the backfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Out left to Dotson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 28 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And the Commanders have come back to make it a 2-point game. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams are trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Mond out of the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. To the air on 1st and 10.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Check right. Watch, watch. Left.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And some room to work. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. York now for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Browns 35, Commanders 27.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They'll run with McKisson.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here, Howell. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Howell. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mond. And he floats one there, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go, set. Green jack. Steel black.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Third and long, here's Howell. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Now they go play action with Howell.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now throwing on 1st down here. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 132 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, here's Mon. His throw incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. 2nd and 10, Mon. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Mon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Howell. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to throw, Howell. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Watch out for him on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On the set.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
183 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Triple 38.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 5 from the 8.
Right, 97.
He'll find Schwartz, complete right side.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
York able to send this one through.
And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps it moving forward.
Ready. No check. Right.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
205 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Here's Mond.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now Chubb running right. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The York on now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Browns 45, Commanders 30.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st down, Howell. A throw to the flat here for McKissick. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Powell to throw. Out left to Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders get a bit closer. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Striker, 3, ball red.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is the tight end, Njoku. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Ready up. Right.
Chubb will get the call, running left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 66 yards. And the Browns use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed Old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charles. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20.
And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 96 yards, everything but the end zone. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here's Howell. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Second down and goal. Howell to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal.
Howell, 3rd and goal.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tight. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Pushes him over. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. In motion left, that's Cooper. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?